Welcome to Ugandan Kitchen in yet another video. In today's recipe, I'm going to be making chocolate cinnamon rolls. These are soft and yummy. My kids love them a lot, and that's why I keep making them. Most of the time, I know you must have seen some of my videos already. So yeah, start by a glass of warm milk and then add to it dry active yeast. Mix that all together and then let the mixture sit for 10 minutes. Make sure that you do not use hot or cold milk because that can kill the yeast, and once the yeast dies, your dough will not rise. So make sure you use warm milk. Then after 10 minutes here you whisk again and then add your salt. You can use our day-to-day salt that we usually use, but if you decide to use the sea salt, make sure that you use one with fine particles because you don't want those big particles to remain there undissolved. Then add the sugar and add the eggs. I used 2 eggs in this recipe, but also 1 egg can do depending on the recipe you are following, and also you can just decide to use the egg yolks because if you want a very soft dough, then egg yolks is the way to go. You just emit the egg white. Then once you are done, start adding in the flour and then mix all that. When you are adding in the flour, you do not add it all at once. You add it in bits as you mix, depending on the need. If you see that the dough is still soggy and still wet, then you go on adding the flour in bits in tablespoons until you get a very nice soft dough that we are going to deal with. Kindly help me grow by subscribing if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Like the video and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about my recipes in the comment section. To my returning subscribers, thanks for the loves, thanks for the support. I'm so humbled. And please do not forget to share the recipes with your family and friends. Go ahead and knead the dough until it is no longer sticky on your hands and also on the surface. If there is need for you to add a little bit of flour here and there, please do, and mix until you have a very nice soft dough. Once you have that, then here we are going to add the butter. I added 2 tablespoons of butter. You add it also in bits as you mix, 1 tablespoon at a time. Then we are going to mix all that until you have a very soft dough. What butter does to the dough is to make it soft and also elastic, like you can see. Then we are going to add our dough back into a bowl, wrap it up all and then put it back into a bowl, then grease it with a little bit of oil. This also helps the dough to expand and also to be elastic and also not to stick onto a bowl. Then wrap it with a cling film or kitchen towel and then keep it under the oven, but make sure the oven is not on or anywhere warm until it rises to this level. Like you can see, it is all like after 2 hours or 1 hour. Sometimes I leave it when I'm busy doing some other stuff and then it can rise like to that level, but just 1 to 2 hours are enough. And then you start working with your dough. You need it for a little bit of 2 to 3 minutes before you start rolling it and then applying other butter and the rest of the ingredients to make the cinnamon rolls. There are very many ways you can play with the cinnamon rolls and just customize them to your taste and preference. So here I start applying the butter, but you can as well mix butter, cinnamon and then brown sugar all together and just rub that on. But I just prefer to first deal with the butter because I feel that works for me. Well, then I added the brown sugar. Something about these cinnamon rolls is that you can add brown sugar depending on how sweet you would love your rolls to be. Like you can use half a cup, you can use 3/4 cup depending, but I prefer to use half a cup. It's just fine for me, but whichever works for you, it's just fine. Then here I used a little bit of spices. I added cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little bit of ginger powder. Mix that and then also add it onto the brown sugar. Then here we are going to start rolling and then make a very nice log like you can see in the video. Sorry about the flies, like on the day I recorded this video, flies were everywhere for some reason. And yeah, I tried in my editing, also when I was preparing these rolls, but yeah, you can see me trying to chase them away here and there every now and then, so sorry about that. So this is how I get those nice cut cinnamon rolls. Start by dividing the log into two, then the half also divide it into equal parts like that, and then there you will get those nicely cut rolls that are equal and will bake evenly at the same time. So once you are done, line them on a parchment paper, leave a little bit of space in between because we are going to let them rise for another 15 to 20 minutes. And meanwhile, as they rest, preheat your oven at 180 degrees Celsius. So this is how you can subscribe to my channel to help me grow. Type in Ugandan Kitchen, then once you get onto my channel, click on the bell, and then once you are done, click on it again to turn on your notification, and then you can like, share, and comment on any of my video. This helps me with YouTube algorithm. It helps my channel to grow, my views to increase, which helps my content to be watched by other people. Thanks, it is free of charge, you don't need to pay anything. So after 20 minutes, like you can see, the rolls have all doubled in size. So here I used heavy cream and then added it and onto these rolls. The heavy cream will make them super soft and fluffy. So you can use heavy cream or you can use evaporated milk if you don't have heavy cream at hand. Then once you are done, bake for 20 to 30 minutes or until they are brown. Meanwhile, as they bake in the oven, I mix my chocolate glaze that I'm going to add on these rolls. I use icing sugar. I started with a quarter cup and then I added another quarter cup along the way. Then I added cocoa powder and then use the remaining heavy cream. Mix all that up until you have a very nice chocolate glaze that you can use on these rolls. We add the heavy cream in bits as we mix until we have a very nice consistency with no lumps in it. Then we are going to keep this aside, like you can see there. This is the chocolate glaze we are going to add onto our rolls. So once the rolls are ready, like you can see, nicely baked, let them cool for like 20 minutes. Then you can add on your chocolate glaze depending on how you would love to add them on top. Then the rolls are ready and you can serve them your family, your friends. These are nice to be made like on Eid Day, on any celebration you are having, on like a weekend when your family is around, everyone is around, on days when you're having visitors and like you're preparing them something something to have with tea. I think these rolls will do just fine and they are so yummy, they are so flavorful. My kids love them a lot. Whenever I make them, they keep asking for more until they are done. So sometimes I have to stop myself from baking them every now and then. Kindly check out my other videos, how you can bake bread without oven, how you can make banana cake baking with a charcoal stove. There are so many recipes. Kindly check them out and let me know what you think about them in the comment section. Until next time, please kindly share, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Until next time, thanks for watching.